Welcome to the Mack Show, where I look to encourage, motivate,
Hey, by teaching you how to strive, he will help you with your mind, body, and finances. Oh, freedom is the key. If you're willing to open up your mind and soul, he'll help you break free. Oh, trust in healing body, mind, and soul. Breaking free from systems that were meant to take control. Compassion is his compass. Love is his decree. It's a great time to be alive. Finally see clearly the chief Mack Show. Another lead in the soul tribe. Yeah. Showing us the way, teaching us to rise. Get your heart right with the Father. Let your light shine through. The transformation's coming, and it starts with me and you. It's a great time to be alive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chief Mack and the Soul Tribe, helping those who help and show. Please welcome to the Chief Mack Show.
Can you hear me, guys? Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. It's bullshit. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me, guys. Bullshit, man. I apologize about that, guys. Y'all hold on for a second. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me? Because they're messing with the lines. Put a one in the chat. Okay, and I can't see myself, but it's okay if I can't see myself. It's okay if I don't see myself. They don't want y'all to get this work. Here we go. But like I was saying, guys, let's try this again. This is gonna be an informative live. I got some information I want. I was talking about incarnations, incarnation, and it was saying that everything that you do, everything that a person does, whether it's righteousness or evil, good or bad, everything that we do is being recorded. Every ill will that you have done in ways toward someone else, everything good that you've done, it's all being written down, jotted down, and recorded. You do not get away with anything. And this don't have anything to do with no damn religion, whether it's Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, or Buddhism. It don't have anything to do with those because those are created by this beast system. Every last one of them are worship to this beast system, and the people in leadership in these religions are in these hidden organizations, ways of war against the people. Everything that you do is being recorded. You don't get away with nothing. There are people on these platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, who are functioning ill people. They're ill. They're ill people. They have the appearance of being uh, kosher in their mind, but they're not. It's a lot of grown folks on these platforms that shouldn't be on these platforms because they don't have the understanding that the things that you say, the things that you do on these platforms is there for life. And there's a time coming when this beast system have allowed people to set themselves up by doing things and saying things over these airways and saying things that are dangerous. This would land a lot of people in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. This world is changing. And that's why we have to be careful. We have to be careful about you have to have the emotional stability. As an adult, you should know better. You should know to be slow to speak when you're angry and doing things. Because a lot of things that people have done, you can't take back, even with repentance. And that's just a dangerous place to be. You got a lot of people who are functional, ill people. Functional, ill people. Functional, ill people are, that's what a narcissist is. They appear sane, healthy, happy, but there's something that you can trigger in them. And when you trigger that in them, all bets are off. And these are people that can be leaders. They want to appear as leaders in teaching and are wicked and hard. Anytime you see a person that's speaking ill of a lot of people, speaking ill and have a lot of ill things to say about people on their platforms and putting things out about people, constantly evil and wicked, that you should watch them people. Watch them. Because what you allow in your ear gates, what you allow in your spirit is so important. It's so important who you allow around your inner space. What you allow to be in your ear. Because you can have, you got to guard your ears, you got to guard your eyes, you got to guard yourself, man. Because you got folks out here on assignment, just like we're on assignment of righteousness. You got people on assignment for evil and wickedness, and they're looking to devour whoever can open up their ears and your frequency too, to poison your mind and put a battery inside you and run your ass up and down these streets, man, until they take you up out of here. You gotta be careful who you allow, especially when you're divinely guided, protected. I'm here to tell you to guard yourself. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. Because we're not going to put a one in the chat. And if you can't hear me, you need to get an iPhone and move away from that droid. Thank you. So cut it out. Get you a better phone. It's not going to work. I was much smarter than that. If you say you can't hear again, then I'm going to have some people remove you. Get you a better phone. Stop being a distraction. If I have somebody remove you. Or even stop being cheap and get you an iPhone. Now, like I was saying, this world ain't nothing. And I'm talking to you. If I tag you and you happen to come across this live, you're gonna hear some of the most important information that you need to react on. With this live right here. I don't care about how you feel about me and what you think about me. And there's going to come a time for those that have took heed to what I've said. You're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. Ain't no heaven and hell that you're going to. Yeah, you're smart. You can hear now? We're good. I'm glad you can hear. Ain't no heaven or hell that you're going to. I'm going to play something for you guys. See, when I came to this awakening, it was about 8, 9 years ago. When I sat on the edge of my bed and I cried because I realized that hell that they told you were going to, that we were in it already. We were in it already. You've been lied to. For everybody in this chat, so it just wants to like I'm the one that's the oddball. Because the oddballs and the black sheep are the chosen ones who were sent. So just in case you're here creeping and looking at me like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I'm not the only one who have come to this awakening. For everybody in here who have detached away from religion and know that earth is that hell, put a one in the chat. If you come to that awakening, put a one in the chat. Because I ain't the only one. I'm not the only one. So if you think that there's a hell or a heaven that you're going to, you're lost. Because this hell that we're in, we have to turn. It's up to us to turn it into our heaven, and only you can do that by the choices that you make. Only you can do that. Ain't no savior coming to save you for nothing. Because if there was a savior, that savior should have been come a long time ago with all this BS we going through on earth. That savior should have been came. They won't ever play with my emotions or your emotions, thinking that that's a savior and salvation other than the savior that's been put inside you to save yourself. I've learned so much in the past 2.5, 4 years. I've learned so much. Life is a constant journey, man. And as much information as I know, I'm still learning. Life is a journey, man. And I know that long as we continue to operate in high vibrations, like getting rid of all the hate, the envy, the malice, the jealousy out of your heart. When you do that, your heart will be light. That certain term they say light as a feather. And that's when you find the masterpiece in you. And you have to ask the celestial family, the great spirit, that you do not want to be deceived. You do not want to be deceived. And I don't really care about being around a lot of different people because too many people are deceived. And if you don't act the way the masses act, then something is wrong with you when you don't act like the masses because the masses are the walking dead. The masses are the walking dead. Many of you you don't get to tell me anything about or teach me anything, not when you are still alive on paper. Many of you are the walking dead. Why are you the walking dead? It's because they took you, the name that your mom gave you, your mama or dad gave you. They took that name and made it all capital letters. Okay, that's why your license, your credit cards, your debit cards, any form of ID, I think that you have, when the bill comes to your name in the house, everything is in all caps. Why do you think everything is in all caps? They never thought that we will ever find this game out. But we have. That's only 1% of us. A new 1% of us that have found this out that our names in all caps is not even who you are. Your driver license got your name in all caps. That's not you. That name belongs to a straw man and a straw woman. What is the straw man and straw woman? The straw man and the straw woman is a fictitious you that was created at birth. And they gave you a number attached to that all caps name. And that number, they control it. It's like a credit card number. And they had to unalive you on the paper saying that you're feeble-minded and create you into a minor so they can become the fiduciary. And the fiduciary on the public sector is saying the power of attorney. On the private sector is fiduciary responsibility over an estate that was started at birth. When you were born, they took 1.5 million from both your mom and dad's estate that was started at birth. What is the estate? It's the birth certificate is a bond. It's on bond paper. And they took 1.5 million out of both parents' estate that was started at birth and started you off with $3 million into your trust estate. That's what the birth certificate is. They never thought we would find this out. And the labor that you do is worth way more than they pay you. And that trust is gaining interest, accruing massive interest. And that interest and all of those millions upon millions, they turned to hundreds of millions, they turned to billions of dollars. All of that interest that builds up was supposed to be for you. But they turned you to a minor and they put your name in all capital letters, which means that if you are a corporation, you are a corpse. That means that you're unalive, that you cannot touch that estate because you don't exist. Okay, are you with me? Let me break some shit down to you. So it will be one of the most important lives that you hear. And if you respond and act on it, I'm going down the rabbit hole where you're going to see a mole hole. We live in a prepaid society. Everything that you have bought up until now was supposed to have been paid for. We live in a prepaid society. And because they turned this world upside down and inside out and backwards, they turned the world that was given to us to be our heaven, they turned it into our hell. And that's why we are so derogatory toward each other. That's why all the killing and the murder is out here. That created narcissists, put the dope and drugs, and that's this beast system is running a full court press on us. You see people on these streets lose their minds, talk to themselves, family members acting like murderers to each other, people lying, stealing, cheating from each other. That's hell. Working for free. The job that you work at and the money that you get from anything that you do is coming from an estate already that belong to you. You working for free. You using your energy for free. That's robbing you for your energy, and they're pulling from your estate, and they're paying you from their own estate. So there ain't no such thing as a good job. Why? It's because you're working for free. You're working for something that belongs to you already. So it turns you to a corporation, unalive you on paper, and became the fiduciary over the state that you supposed to be able to pull from and pay for everything that you need and want. They're doing illegal evictions because your house is already paid for. So it's not lawful, but it's legal to them to do that. When you sign that mortgage contract is really an implied trust that you don't know is an implied trust. And you sign it, and these people are smiling harder than you because they know that that piece of paper you signed that you think is a contract is really a trust. It's an implied trust. And after you sign it, they take it and do the other stuff to it, and you sign all those 40 or 50 different pieces of paper, and they run it through you like with no grease. And whether that mortgage is paid for or not, they still win it because it is a security for them. You sign it, they send that to the Treasury, and they pull out the amount for that house is paid for upfront off your wet signature. In a month or two until on that mortgage, they take that trust document, that deed of trust, and they sell it to another investor. And if that house is worth 1 million on a 15-year mortgage rate, they'll sell it for like 300 or 400. They sell it for, and the profits that they're making with that mortgage is at least 300 or 400,000 off of your signature, and you didn't even get a chance to get any of that profit that was made off your signature. You talk about pimping. You talking about pimping, and then you turn around and you give that house to that mortgage company because the house is already paid for, and the mortgage payment is 100% interest. It's because it's been paid for already when you signed off on it. It's 100% interest. So how smart are you? They just stuck it to you with no grease. And that's with everything that you do. Then if you don't pay the mortgage, which over half the people lose their mortgage, and first of all, I'm gonna put you on game. I'm putting you on game. Put your pen and paper and take notes. You don't even know what the word mortgage means. What does mortgage mean? Break that word down. That's why it's important. We got a lot of smart people here. Mortgage means death pledge. Mortgage, the morgue. It means death pledge, which means that that mortgage is supposed to live longer than you. It means death pledge. And you're speaking a curse over yourself because you have signed a death pledge. This is how wicked this system is. You're going to learn something today. And this is why the rich and wealthy don't want any parts, don't want to deal with people in the public, don't want to talk to people because if if you haven't been gifted enough to see this world for what it is and have brought yourself from being unalive to alive, have came out the waters and docked yourself on land, took your name out of being a corporation to the uppercase and lowercase man where they have to talk to you. If you haven't done that, then people who have really don't want to be bothered with you because you can become dangerous because you believe all the bullshit that they put on this damn tell, lie, vision, that idiot box, that demon tube. And this is why you see the wealthy don't interact with regular people. It's not so much about what they think they're better, but because you can become dangerous because you have envy, hate, malice, and jealousy in your heart. And many of us here are going to be wealthy in the next 2 months. And miracles get ready to happen because you have done something. And this is why the wealthy and the regular people are like oil and water. They don't mix well. They don't mix well. Many of you are going to become wealthy And when I say wealthy, I'm saying wealthy in mindset. Because a fool can come into wealth, but I bet you that fool won't keep that wealth because a fool and wealth is like oil and water. It don't go well together. Because a fool will lose the wealth by being easily triggered by things that you shouldn't be triggered by. They don't go well together. Your job that you work, when you sign those tax forms, they're I don't care what type of labor you're doing, anything that you're utilizing your body for wages to get paid is coming out of your estate. They running that full court press, a good game on the people, man. And this is why I say wealthy people, they don't really want to be seen. Because wealthy people are banks. Wealthy people have become banks. And when you are what makes you a bank? When you can generate your own money. Most wealthy people are philanthropists. Most wealthy people got 10 to 15 different type of streams of money coming in. Wealthy people, when they go to the banks, matter of fact, the banks are not banks to wealthy people. The banks become to wealthy, they become wealth management centers because you are the banks and they need you and they treat you different. And wealthy people don't have regular accounts. Wealthy people have trust accounts. Wealthy people have trust and they treat you different and you have different amenities given to you that are not given to the people in the public. Own nothing but control all because technically you cannot own anything in the name that was given to you at birth in all caps with an underlined number attached to it. You cannot own that name. I'm teaching because many of you are going and opening up things and that all caps name attached to that dead number and it can be taken from you. Why? It's because it doesn't belong to you when you buy anything in that name that was started at birth with that wicked number attached to it. And this is why you have to start a new identity in trust. Getting a trust, that paperwork is a brand new body. It's the body that doesn't have a soul. It's an empty vessel, that paperwork, with that very powerful verbiage in it. What's going to give that paper life and resurrect that paper so it can become life? A foreign EIN number is a spirit that needs a body to breathe in. So the foreign EIN number is a spirit that's ready to be born into that trust paperwork, the body that's empty of a spirit. And when you take that paperwork, which is the empty vessel, and you take that foreign EIN number and you merge them together, what have you done? You have started a brand new identity. You have been resurrected and born again. And that trust becomes you. This is how powerful it is. I'm going somewhere. So it takes your name on that birth certificate and it brings that name to life. And so there's benefits for that because when the person goes to court, who's going to court? Because that name that ticket is on is not you. You give that paperwork life. When you go to court, they need your wet signature so they can stick their hands into that estate. Your court system don't have anything, or the police state don't have anything to do with any type of municipality. Your court systems is connected to the British, the bar. which is the black nobility. Behind closed doors, it's the black nobility that's controlling it and running it all. People that look like us. I'm going down the rabbit hole. And they got the court system here embezzling money from the people. When they write your ticket, that ticket is a security with the all caps name on it. So what if you took your name out of it, that all caps name? What if you did that? What if you started a trust and you took that name out of it in all caps and you gave that name a new number which brought you to life? There are tremendous benefits when you do that. And this is why the first initial trust that I've done it with your name that was attached to that birth certificate to resurrect that name and bring it back to life. The benefits that comes with that. Benefits they never thought that we would find this out. And this is how we know that the world is changing. Because the rabbit thought that having a gun was powerful, but the rabbit never had the bullets to go along with that gun, the ammunition to go with it. Now the rabbit is getting the ammunition to go along with the weaponry. The rabbit is waking up now. And many of us don't even know. It hurts my heart when I see the homeless people on the streets. And there are more so-called black homeless people on the streets than anywhere else in the world. That anywhere else in the world, there are more black people homeless in America than anywhere else in the world combined. Did you hear me? There are many, there are more black people homeless in America than anywhere else in the world. And did you know that your birth certificate bond, when you start getting in your 40s and 50s, that the wealth in those bonds is billions of dollars, and they never wanted us to know about that. And there were people who were able to pull from that estate with the proper paperwork to pay their bills, and they never thought that we would find this out, guys. Now, as soon as if we start waking up, they start shutting stuff down. Did you hear me? There were people with the paperwork, tax kind of paperwork, and you do these paperwork. Did you guys know that every single person had a $13 million tax credit each year? You had $13 million to pay your bill. Did you guys know that? See, I found all this stuff out. See, the past 3.5 years, I've been doing some massive studying. I paid the money and was chosen to be in these certain Series 7 broker classes and found out about securitization and found out that everybody was given a $13 million tax credit that you were supposed to be able to use to offset, not discharge, to offset. Because that ain't for free. You have to offset it, meaning from your estate. Your estate, which how you pay your debts. And there were certain people, there are four tax seasons in a year for the rich and the wealthy. For the regular people, you think it's only one tax year. It's not. No. And there are two sides of the IRS. There's a side for the public, which pays taxes, and there's a side for the private, which the IRS puts funds from their estate for any debt. They don't pay anything from them. How dare you? How dare you come to me and ask me when you know I have that estate, where you can pull from? How dare you come to me? Because I know we live in a prepaid society. How dare you come to me about any form of payment when you can simply pull that from our state? And the regular people are getting ran through and being stressed out trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. I see my mom struggle, almost have a nervous breakdown because she didn't know how she's going to feed her 10 children. Many of us, Gen X, grew up like they had the bar sugar, bar cheese, government cheese, and powdered milk and pet milk and carnation milk. When the lights and stuff got cut off, we borrowed each other electricity. We, we, can I borrow a cup of sugar? Can I borrow a cup of flour to feed the children? I grew up like that, and it made me grateful. It made me who I am today. It made me loving and a protector of who I am today because I grew up in that era. I grew up to know what it is to be hungry. And why, if anybody have ever come to me within my means, if you are hungry, I'm going to make sure you eat because I know what it feels like to be hungry and not have food to eat. And it made me down to earth. I'm one of the most down to earth brothers you can ever meet. And you got to be one wicked bastard to say something wicked about me because I'm a loving guy who care about people. Because I've seen a lot. I've been through it all. I've seen death. I've seen murder. I've seen people get their head blown off in front of me. I've had guns put to me, and I'm still here today. That's why I'm thankful. So I operate gratitude, I operate authenticity, and I'm accountable for my actions. And you have a lot of people on these platforms who are not like that and trying to appear like that to people. But the gig is up. The gig is up. You are got hell to pay for on earth and in afterlife if you speak ill about a person like me and people like me because you're righteous, not perfect. I have a gang of knowledge and wealth of knowledge. And I'm teaching the whole world that no weapon formed against the righteous, it didn't prosper. I'm a powerful man. I know who I am. Anything raised toward the righteous, we know how to send it back to you. I know way too much to be derogatory to my brothers and sisters. Because I know everything you do is coming back on you. And I know that I'm being watched right now by the celestial family. That's a force so powerful that sent us here. Why are we here to witness murder, rapes, killings, lynchings? Why are we here to see so much hurt, to see people that's close to us lose their lives and have to hurt and deal with that? Why are we fucking here? Why are we here? To go through all this hurt and pain. Because Earth is a lesson. Ain't no hell you going to. You're in it already. Do you realize how much hurt and pain did I endure when I lost my dad at 17 years old? Do you realize how much hurt and pain did I endure when I lost my mom in 2020 and I watched her slip away slowly? How much strength I had to watch my mom slip away and the love of my mom and hold my mom and be her strength for her to come back to let a month later in here at 3 o'clock in the morning for my brother that she's not here anymore. Do you realize that out of body experience? Because I love my mom. I liked her and I loved her. And my mom did not want to go. She didn't want to die. Do you imagine one of these days we're gonna be faced? We're not gonna be here one day. We're not gonna be here one day. And you need to make a decision today to clean your shit up. Stop fucking with folks. Today. Because one day, some of us will be on your deathbed. And everything that you have done is going to run across your mind, man. It's going to run like just like that. Everything you've done. I'm going to have a clean slate because my my life, the way I live my life, I'm living intentionally, and I'm not perfect. I'm living intentionally because I know I'm on candid camera, and I'm not trying to please no man and no woman, but I'm trying to make the greatest effort to please that celestial family and the ancient of days. That's who I'm pleasing because I'm here on assignment. Are you here on assignment? Have you found the masterpiece in you? Have you emptied your heart from all the clutter, the rejection, the pain, the hurt, betrayal? Have you done that? Have you done the shadow work where you're not triggered and mad at people and trying to become people? Stop competing with people and compete with that man and woman in the mirror. Self-love. Fall in love with self. When you fall in love with self and self-love, you got tunnel vision. You don't see anything nobody else is doing because what they're doing is a distraction to your wealth, inheritance. Get tunnel vision and look at that man and woman in the mirror and say, you are loved, you are cared for, you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are an encourager, you are motivated, you inspire people. People love you and you love them. You are an overcomer. When you get knocked down, I'm going to get right back up. This is what you have to do. And when you see people running their mouth about other people, you should be listening to them because they are not fit to teach and say anything on this platform because they have not done the groundwork. They have not done it at all. Because you should know if a person is slandering other people and talking about other people, that person is still hurt and bitter and dangerous not only to other people, but to themselves. You should know that. You should know that. You should be ashamed of yourself to hear other people try to destroy other people and lie to other people and saying outlandish things about people on these platforms. You should be ashamed of yourself and you will be judged for that, for giving that person the fuel to tell lies, deceit, and deception on people. You are just as guilty as them and you're trying to play both sides. And you cannot play both sides. The gig is up. The gig is up. This world is doing something so different right now. It ain't the same world that we think it used to be. It's not that world anymore. It ain't that world anymore. Do you think you were sent to this hell to act a plumb fool and an idiot? And you think you can say things about people and then you get a little attention for being wicked? Oh, you're gonna pay for that. You thought you could just act a plumb fool on these platforms and on these platforms when you sign and open these platforms up. It ain't your platform, you idiot. It's not your platform. It's theirs. And you think you can say and do what you want to on these platforms and you're being monitored? The celestial family is monitoring every single platform you have. Every single platform you have, including your phone calls, you idiot. This is why I've been trying to teach people. Every single platform you have, including every single text message you have, all of that under your name is a catalog on it all. There's a catalog on it all from every since you created Facebook, since you created Instagram. Let me run a secret. Let me run a secret to you. See, it's not that many. I'm a pretty deep brother, and I'm gonna pat myself in the back. I'm gonna give myself the credit. I'm a pretty deep brother. The upgrades and downloads that come to me. Let me let me run a little secret to you. You know, Facebook owns Instagram, right? So Facebook owns Instagram. So when you take the abbreviations, uh, Facebook and what it starts off with, what did you have? What did you get when you say that? What three letters did you get when I said Facebook and I? Facebook and I. Put what three letters right there, guys. So I'm on it. FB and Instagram. You fools who think you can just say things and do things. You fool! And that three-letter organization is watching everything that you're doing. So who gets the last laugh? Who gets the last laugh? I'm on it. I've been on this for a while. Who gets the last laugh? Who gets the last laugh, you idiot? See, these platforms was a setup for lower vibrational people for you to be your own demise. That's what these platforms were for. If you thought you were getting away with doing things, you don't get away with it. Earth is a prison planet. We are inside a dome, surrounded by water like fish in a pod, going deep down the rabbit hole to that mole hole. Don't get away with nothing. They're watching you. So all of that you said, and even when you take it down on your end, it's always up on their end. It's always up. And there have been some people that have done some wicked things and left some wicked voice messages and text messages in people's inbox because they're a child in a grown person's body and allow their foolish mouth to regurgitate things out their mouth and incriminate themselves, and your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. They're watching you. They know what you said. And you're on here listening, and you can laugh now, but trust me, you laugh first, you cry later. I've been telling y'all, and people have been putting nasty comments at Dr. Kid, other people, people's leaving these nasty messages right there. And I don't care what type of name you had yourself. You can have from us, but you can't have from them. See, every platform you create, every fake account you can create, don't put your picture up. They know who you are. And that's an address that can lead them right to where you are, you clowns. See, I know these things. That's why I carry myself a certain way. You're being watched. You don't get away with nothing. We're not even talking about the spiritual world. You wage war against the righteous, man. You're in danger. This world ain't nothing like they present it on these damn televisions. It's nothing like that. And in fact, the people on mainstream television are workers of this beast system. Man, y'all can't handle this shit, man. If you on here new, I'm gonna feed that meat to you. And I know you're gonna throw this shit up, man, because it's too much for. I'm not chewing shit up for you. too late to chew it up for you. The people that are pushed on the world stage, I don't care how loved they are. I don't care how good they look on these TVs. I don't care how much money. They are not made in the same fashion as us. We are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against evil principalities up on high in office. We're not fighting against flesh and blood. We're fighting against a cold-blooded reptilian being in a skin suit with a smile on their face and evil intentions towards your unborn child. Do you hear me? And so if you don't know, many of you here, you're creeping and you're listening. You are held responsible for the words that you heard me speak. You can't run away from it. You're held responsible because now you have a choice to either go on a righteous path or stay on that which is narrow, and stay on that wide, wicked path that over 90%, over 95% of this world are on that wide and evil path. And that's a path destined for being incarnated in this hell on earth. How many of you are ready for this to be your last go round? Put a one in the chat if you want this to be your last go round and you turn this hell that we were given into heaven. Put a one in the chat if you're ready for this to be your last go round. And you gain that celestial body that cannot burn up in fire, that don't need food, that don't need air to breathe, but that ether, that energy, that light that's coming from source. The body you gain cannot burn up in a lake of fire. You've been lied to. This is just a house. Warehouse that's conscious, that's seat of the soul, that sits right up in there, that can never die. That's too powerful for anything to have jurisdiction over but the celestial family. And even the celestial family, the Great Spirit, cannot kill what come from them. Am I preaching? Energy never dies. What happens if you hadn't passed this test? They're going to send you right back down here again, and you're going to find yourself going down that wormhole, and you're going to see a light ahead. And when you see that light and you go through that light, you're coming through the birth canal, born again as a baby, crying because you've been sent back down to this hell. That's why you have been incarnated, same soul, different body, and they take your memory from you. And every now and then, you get glitz of that memory through what they call deja vu. There would be no reason for deja vu if you hadn't been here before. Am I correct? There would be no reason for a person to have deja vu unless you're seeing a life before this life. Am I preaching? Ain't no savior coming down here to save you from shit, because he should have been came long time ago. I've seen the many different lives and forms that I was. And we weren't in these bodies. This is just a new body. You know, there were titans that walked this earth that were over a mile tall. For those of you who knew, did you know that your mountains were once giant beings and animals and dragons? You can learn today. Did you know that? And it's said in that book called the Bible, which has been plagiarized and turned into an allegory. It said that the Jack and the Beanstalk is a true story. Your education is foolery. Your church and religion is foolery. Your political standpoint is foolery. Those are for people that are unalive on paper. It's said that there was a time that's coming to the earth where grown men and women's hearts were going to fail them at the sight of what's going to come to this earth, what's going to come back into reality. The men and women who haven't made their spiritual, physical, emotional change in their mind to accept what this new world is going to bring, your hearts are going to fail you at the sight of what's going to come to this earth. Did you know these ancient, these giants beings are starting to come back to life? Remember a year or so ago when they were saying that animals were acting funny in Yellowstone? In Yellowstone, that stays hot year round, of the smoke is coming from the ground and the water is bubbling. What do you think is what's making Yellowstone Park, but the water is bubbling and it's hot? What's doing that? For those of you who knew, the brother Chief Mack is on it. I'm laced with this knowledge. What do you think that's doing that? That's causing that water to bubble and stay hot and smoke and steam come up. What's doing that? It's the dragons. Yellowstone Park, the dragons are underneath that park. And remember when they were saying the Yellowstone dragon, that the animals were acting strange, and they were all certain animals that were prey, and they were linking up with other animals, and they were like they were in the days. They were in the days. It's because the baby dragons underneath Yellowstone are starting to be activated, guys. That's the sleeping giants are waking up. We are the sleeping giant. We're waking up. And also these dragons are starting to wake up. Leviathan has been released from the depths of the freezing cold ice. Leviathan. That's why. And how many of you know that in Tennessee, those mountains in Tennessee, did you know those are giant beings? Let me show you. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you something. Did you know that they caught in Tennessee, they flew over this mountain, and the whole mountain is going up and down, breathing. It's like it's breathing because all of that wilderness, those trees, are covering up these giant titans that were a mile tall. You don't believe me? Let me show you right here. Tell y'all what's getting ready to happen. I've been saying this stuff for years, man. I'm going to show you right quick. Of this mountain. Y'all ready for this?
Last week, scientists discovered a mountain hidden in the jungles of Tennessee that seems to be breathing. If you look at it here, you can clearly see that it's going up and down like ocean waves or wind patternages. And they're trying to get to the bottom of what could be causing it because they're saying they've never seen this anywhere else in the global World Wide Webs. They've taken a soil sample and they're saying that there's like a latex-esque material mixed in with the sand dirt. And they're thinking that might give it a flexibility. And there's actually air pockets that are being blown and is flowing underneath the mountain. It does make it super tricky to hike. The scientists were trying to get to the top of it and they kept falling over. And so they gave up and now they're getting a helicopter to take them to the top. But, there's so much of the earth that we still have to discover and a lot of mysterious mysteries. And this is one of them. I'll keep you updated on what the scientists find because we got to get to the bottom of this one.
If your stomach is bigger than your ass, they say to peel this side, grab the herbal remedy, apply the middle part. I can already, if your stomach is bigger.
I'm gonna let y'all hear that one more time. If
your stomach is bigger than your ass, they say to peel this side, grab the herbal remedy, apply the middle part.
I'm gonna let y'all hear it one more time.
take off the
Watch
last
this
piece
right
of
here.
paper,
Listen
and
to
then
what he's
apply the
saying.
rest. Now we wait 30 minutes. I've seen a few people using this on my For You page, but the thing is, these guys.
Last week, scientists discovered a mountain hidden in the jungles of Tennessee that seems to be breathing. If you look at it here, you can clearly see that it's going up and down like ocean waves or wind patternages. And they're trying to get to the bottom of what could be causing it because they're saying they've never seen this anywhere else in the global World Wide Webs. They've taken a soil sample and they're seeing that there's like a latex-esque material mixed in with the sand dirt. And they're thinking that might give it a flexibility. And there's actually air pockets that are being blown and is flowing underneath the mountain. It does make it super tricky to hike. The scientists were trying to get to the top of it and they kept falling over. And so they gave up and now they're getting a helicopter to take them to the top. But, there's so much of the earth that we still have to discover and a lot of mysterious mysteries. And this is one of them. I'll keep you updated on what the scientists find because we got to get to the bottom of this one. Last week, scientists discovered a mountain hidden in the jungles of Tennessee that seems to be breathing. If you look at it here.
So, let me tell you what I do. He said two words. He said the jungle. See, America is the true East. America is ancient Kemet, Upper and Lower Egypt. See, as they say in Islam, that true North is South because true West is East. They flipped this shit upside down and turned it around. The brothers teach it. I've been on this stuff for a while. So America is the East. The Mississippi River is the Euphrates Nile River that's in that Bible. We got the original Cairo, not Cairo, Egypt, Cairo, Illinois, with the Mississippi River and all how the Bible describes that. That's right there in Cairo, Illinois. We got the original Memphis, not Memphis, Gaza, Memphis, Tennessee. This is the land. And the so-called black people are not Africans. We never came here on ships. We always been here. We are the emperors and empress of this land, and we have been reduced to monkeys, chimpanzees, and baboons, and we hate each other. We got to worry about the other people. We're doing a good job at destroying each other at this late hour. Shame on you. He said jungle. And what else did he say, adverb, that piqued my interest? He said breathing. See, they are not going to come out and say this is a giant titan. He said breathing. It appears like it's breathing because these giants are waking up. You can try to ignore this shit. You can try to put your head in the quicksand. It's not going to stop this shit from happening. You heard me say it. These giants are waking up. The earth is going back to what it was in the beginning. So you can try to smoke your way out of this shit. You can try to drink yourself out of this shit. You can try to sex yourself out of this shit. It's not going to happen. You can medicate yourself out of this shit. It's not going to happen. You got to deal with this shit hands on and work out your own salvation. So when 10,000 fall to your left and 10,000 fall to your right, it will not touch the anointed ones and people. Are you one of those anointed ones where you can still stand straight up and all the hell from your left and right doesn't touch you because you are divinely guided and protected? And if you're on here lying to people, lying on people, causing chaos in people's life and having asked for true repentance, then you are going to be one of those 10,000 that's going to fall to the left and the right. And there's no escaping this, buddy. Cannot escape it. You can laugh. You can call yourself, I'm a God. I'm this right there. You're a foolish God. And all God means is an entity of power. And whether you are using your power for righteousness or evil, you clown, you're not powerful all by yourself. Because if you was, you wouldn't have came back. You would have been sit back down for this bullshit. You wouldn't have. And if you got any sense, and you see people around here causing chaos on these platforms, and you listen to that shit, that says something about who you are. When you taking in that stuff, or you're egging these people on to keep on telling lies, deceit, and deception on people, and you're egging that shit on right there, you are just as guilty. Because it's like you aiding a killer, a murderer. You're aiding a killer and a murderer because a liar is no different than a killer and a murderer. You fools. It's no difference. It's no difference. Because many liars had to cover their track trying to murder somebody to keep their lives from being exposed. So a liar is a murderer and a killer. I'm on it. If you have lied on people, you are a murderer at heart. And that's one thing I would never do. You ain't worth me telling a lie. It ain't even worth me telling a lie on somebody. Because that's like a murderer. You're a fool, you're an imbecile, and your lies, deceit, and deception are going to turn against you. You are a murderer. If you're lying on people, you are a murderer, and there's no other way to put that shit. You are a murderer at heart, and you will be chained up spiritually and naturally. You are a murderer for lying on people. Yes, you. You are a murderer at heart. You got evil intentions in your heart, wanting to see people fail through lies, deceit, and deception. But it didn't happen on the righteous. It's what you are. This world ain't the same anymore, brothers and sisters. Did you know we got entities that you can't see with your eyes? These entities are what many of you call demons. And all a demon is an ancient soul that once had a body and lost its skin suit and can't get past that firmament. These entities want to live again, but they can't live again. But they found out they can live again how? Through body snatching your meat suit. And they just can't body snatch your meat suit unless you give them an open invitation. Are you with me? Am I preaching? I know what I'm talking about. And there have been many people that have been possessed. And do you realize to be possessed, that's got to be something about you that's wicked and nasty enough that these spirits can make it past that guard that we all should have to penetrate through your spirit and your soul and take control of the seat of your soul and sink your ass down in the seat and start driving your ass? Because that's what happened. You got to watch who you allow around you, because there have been people demonically possessed, which means that if you have been demonically possessed, you got some soul searching and some cleaning up to do. Because these spirits just can't jump into anybody. There has to be an open invitation. What did you do to open up your gates to be walked into? What did you do? Am I preaching, brothers and sisters? These disembodied souls want to live again. And they're in people and they're walking up and down the street and they seem sane, but they're not. And these disembodied spirits, they know you by that light that flows through you and over you. That's a light that they can see over the righteous, those that are divinely guided and protected. They see that light that permeates over you and that flows over you. And that light is what babies can see, what insects can see, what animals can see. And this is why animals come up to me. This is why birds and butterflies and bees and dogs and cats are crazy about me. And it ain't something it's something I was born with, because I wasn't born, I was sent. And they see that light over me. And that's why butterflies several times have landed on me on this index finger in front of everybody. And if I'm lying, I am dying. And I dare somebody to say that. I dare you to say that. I don't lie. I don't tell lies on people. Many of you seen about 2 years ago, a bird walked up to me and ate a french fry out of my hand. Never seen this bird in my life. We were too new, but I knew that bird was talking to me and said he wanted a french fry. And I told one of my business partners, man, record this shit because they won't believe me. They won't believe me. And you guys watch that bird walk up to me and pluck and ate that fry out my hand. And birds don't do that because they don't trust people. But something about me, I was blown away. Something about me that this animals trust. Something about me. Can I be an ancient soul? Did they see that light that you can't see with the naked eye? I done had plenty of butterflies and bees around me and landed on me and touched me and wanted to get to me. Because I'm different. I don't think I'm better, but I'm set apart. I'm holy. And all that means is different. It's a lot getting ready to happen. And there's a particular people that's in this world, and primarily mostly in America, that are a peculiar people. A peculiar people, a set apart people, a holy people. And holy ain't got nothing to do with a damn religion. Holy means anointed, different, and set apart. A strange people, a holy people. In a world so wicked, these people will be demonized, Lord, worse than any other people on this planet. These particular people. And these particular people, war has been waged against these people more than any other race of people in this world. And in fact, all the other nations are living their heaven on earth from the estates of these people, which are over 85 to 90% of these people are in the prison complex in America. And America has the biggest prison complex in anywhere else in the world. And these people are 85 to 90% of these people are in the prison system. Why? Because the whole world are feeding off these people's estate. Because when they put you in prison, you become a trustee, and they're feeding off your state, and they're pulling money out of your state to bring these other nations of people over here to live better than you, and you don't care to know about this, and they look at us like you're imbeciles and think they're better than us because you're still stuck on stupid, you're foolish, and you're hateful towards your own kind, and you're an imbecile for doing that. You're an idiot for being at odds with your own brothers and sisters at this late hour when the whole world is living off our state, when you can have access to it by simply coming together and having love, honor, and respect towards your brothers and sisters. But you're so jealous and you're so envious because you want to be like somebody because you ain't enough in your damn self. And that's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with our people, with that crab syndrome, want to snatch each other down from shining because you can't shine. Shame on you. And I ask the great spirit to take folks out who are like that. Because it's no time in the game for people like that, lying on these people, lying on people on these social media platforms like you're a 12 or 13-year-old brat. You're foolish. You're an imbecile. And your lies will not work, and they ain't working toward the righteous. Pride always comes before destruction. There's a day coming when we supposed to get these superpowers. There's a day coming. They're making a lot of movies about this. Yes, the so-called black man, the so-called black woman, the so-called African Americans are the angelic beings on earth having a human experience. Yes, it's what it is. It's not a figment of my imagination because they got plenty of movies showing us because they have to put these stuff in a book or in a movie, and many of you take this stuff as entertainment, but it's really predictive programming. How about preaching? Wake up, sleeping giants. Can the dry bones come back together? to turn this world into heaven back to us. And yes, it was the X-Men and X-Women. And the X-Men and X-Women, did you see them shoot them up with some shots and they all fell out and went to sleep and they took them hostage? Did y'all see that? You see in them cable Netflix movie that came out about a year and a half or so ago, they got a cable network called Supercell. How many of you have seen Supercell? If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Supercell, S-U-P-A, super. It's a slang for super. Supercell, watch it. If you hadn't seen The Green Pastures, watch it. If you hadn't watched Cosmic Slope, made by George Clinton almost 40 years ago, watch it. Your brother Chief Mack is on that shit. Watch it. I know who I am. I know the power that lies within me that I discovered when I put up all the layers of hurt, envy, malice, jealousy out of my heart and found the masterpiece in me, was found the great one within me. And I am only great as the hurt and the pain and the rejection that I release off me, I become as great as the masterpiece in me is. And you can speak out whatever you want to happen. And in fact, let me show y'all this right here. Are you guys ready for this right here? Are you ready for this right here? And this is scary to a lot of people, but it is what it is. I got something for you guys. I'm gonna show y'all something. And so this is not my figure of my imagination. This is what the people know. The people on the world stage are not human beings, okay? And they know these things, and we are at war, and the war is covert. These wars they put on TV, that shit is not real because the whole world is under the same beast system. Am I teaching? The wars that they put on TV down our throat, they're not fighting each other. That's a damn movie. It's CGI. Am I teaching? It's fake. I done got receipts. They got fake blood and fake body bags. And these people are fooling us in America that they're fighting each other. They're not fighting each other. They're under the same jurisdiction. The whole world is ran by the beast system, fooling us. The real wars are covert. Like the POWs are prisoners of war here in America, the so-called black men and black women, we are at war, and they're putting us in the prison systems. That's war. When the Army Corps of Engineers should cause weather modification and cause Hurricane Katrina to happen, that's fucking war. Am I preaching? That's war. The wars are covert. Am I preaching? The same people they displaced during Hurricane Katrina, blowing up the levees, causing the clouds to come with cloud seeding and cause a so-called hurricane. There was a war on the people. Am I preaching? I know too much to be wicked. I know too much. And those same people that were displaced from Hurricane Katrina, they sent them to Atlanta and they sent them, most of them went to Houston. Then what did they do some years later? They caused Hurricane Harvey and opened up the water reserves on the indigenous people and left them out to drown and scramble for food while they help the other people. Am I preaching? I don't have time for the bullshit. You put your mouth on me, you got hell to pay. Because I'm teaching the people. You ain't teaching the people like I am. I'm teaching the people. We are at war. And I'm gonna show you why so much is being done to you. You got to be an imbecile. Anybody that's spreading bad news about and lies, deceit, deception, we ought to attack that page and take that shit down because we don't need that at the 11th hour. We don't need that shit. It's too much at stake right now. We got a chance to win back our world, not just country. For anybody around here lying on people, get that shit off of social media. Any of these lying on people, get that ass off. We don't need that shit. And yes, I'm talking to you. We don't need that shit. It's too much getting ready to happen for you foolish ass folks to be having tunnel vision on one damn person, nigga. Excuse my French. You should be worried about your damn family. You You should be well saved and been the savior and salvation of your own family. Not unless you are an imbecile and suicidal at this point. And let me show you why there's so much war against you so-called people, black folks, so-called African. Let me show you something, because this is what's going to happen. And I've had dreams about this. Are y'all ready for this? Are you ready?
I told y'all this would happen. Yo, y'all feel this? Hell yeah! Yo, did y'all see that? Everybody away from the windows. Nobody goes outside. Jesus, please help us. Please stop this. Son of God, please stop this. That is the Son of God. Look. It's too hot. Everybody turning red. The gates, move. Something's wrong with nature. Move now! Solar radiation is interacting differently with varying melanin levels. How bad is it? If exposure levels continue rising, the majority of the population without sufficient melanin adaptation may not survive prolonged exposure. That means the people with melanin are going to activate. We can't let this happen. This spreads globally. We have to contain this now.
Did the president make it to the bunker yet? Yes, sir. He's secure underground.
But we need to make another call. These melanized people are starting to activate. It's only a matter of time before they realize who they are. We'll start searching for these bunkers.
There's one other option. Bring out Seattle.
Are we really doing this?
We're out of time.
The radiation levels are still rising.
My daughter's still up there.
If the awakenings continue spreading, we may lose control entirely.
They built this place for the end of the world.
My God. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see at the end that dragon? You see that dragon at the end, guys? Huh? I know what I'm talking about. Excuse my friends. So let me be me. Fuck your religion. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, all of the freakism. You ain't ready for what's getting ready to happen. That's why I can't tell don't lie to nobody. And the last one work on me, because I'm laced with this truth. You see why the so-called black people, why there's war being waged against us? Because you see what we might become? Y'all will be playing for you. Want me to play for you one more time? Let me put a one in the chat so you can digest it one more time. If you want me to play it one more time, put a one in the chat. Because some people still don't believe. If you want to hear it again, put a one in the chat one more time. Digest it this time. For those of you in the back. Y'all ready?
I told y'all this would happen. Yo, y'all feel this? Hell yeah!
Yo, did y'all see that? Everybody away from the windows! Nobody goes outside! Jesus, please help us! Please stop this! Son of God, please stop this! That is the Son of God, look. It's too hot!
Everybody turning red. The gangs, move! Something's wrong with nature.
Immediate shelter.
Move now!
Solar radiation is interacting differently with varying melanin levels.
How bad is it?
If exposure levels continue rising, the majority of the population without sufficient melanin adaptation may not survive prolonged exposure. That means the people with melanin are going to activate.
We can't let this happen. This spreads globally. We have to contain this now.
Did the president make it to the bunker yet? Yes, sir. He's secure underground.
But we need to make another call. These melanized people are starting to activate. It's only a matter of time before they realize who they are or start searching for these bunkers.
There's one other option. Bring out Seattle.
Are we really doing this?
We're out of time.
The radiation levels are still rising.
My daughter's still up there.
If the awakenings continue spreading, we may lose control entirely. Oh my God.
They built this place for the end of the world.
So, let me break it down to you. The end of the world is for them, and the beginning of the world for us. Let me say that one more time. The end of the world in the Bible was the end of the world to this beast system, but the beginning of the world for us. Are you with me? Put one in the chat if you're with me. Did you hear me? And you heard the lady say the end of the world. Armageddon is for the world, this beast system, and not for us. Are you with me? I'm teaching. And this is what you people still stuck in religion know that they turned our spirituality into religion. And religion is the soul trap. We don't do religion over here. I'm a great teacher, and I'm teaching the world. The end of the world and that Bible was for this beast system and not for us. It's the beginning of the world for us, which I have it on earth. So let me break it down to you, because the Bible is an allegorical book that's had to plagiarize. So what they have they done? They took lies and mixed it with our truths, right? But let me break something down to you. In Revelation 29, and anytime which they don't do in these churches, they don't precept it. And precept says a little bit here and there, line upon line, a little bit here and a little bit there and there. Why is that? Because that Bible is written like a jigsaw puzzle. You can't read book from book to book to book. You have to precept it. I'm thorough with this shit, man. They don't teach this guy in religion. So you guys in religion, I will run circles around you because I'm thorough with it. The Bible is written down like a puzzle. You're going to read a little bit here, and then you're going to back that so-called scripture, which means scripted out. Am I teaching? Scripted out. That's why it's called the scriptures. Okay, then? You take a little bit here and read that, and then what do? You precept it. So let me give you an example, an illustration of a precept. Of a precept means you say one script, and then you back it up with another script. Okay, so watch this right here. Revelation 2:9. I know thy works, thy poverty, and thy tribulation, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, say they are my people, and are not. They are liars, and from the synagogue of Satan. Are you with me? I know thy works, thy tribulation, and thy poverty, but you are rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are my people and are not. They're liars, but are from the synagogue of Satan, of this beast system. Revelation 2:9. Now let me precept that with 3:9. And I will make them which say they are my people, say they are Jews, and they are not. I will make them to bow down to thy foot. I'm going to make them bow down to you, to know that I have always loved thee. Are you with me? I'm a teacher, teaching this. I will make them which say they are Jews and are not. I will make them to bow down at thy foot, to know that it was you that was the apple of my eye. I'm sorry. These are not my words. And this is why most pastors are not permitted to read from Revelations. Because in Revelation, it shows you that Jesus and both Lucifer are the morning star. They're one and the same. And when you add up Jesus and Lucifer in gematria, they both add up to 7411. Am I preaching, brothers and sisters? I know too much to do any evil to somebody. I know too much. So if anybody who said anything derogatory about me, you're going to pay for it. Because I've been sent and I've answered the call and I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm teaching the world right now. You're not teaching the world. You got to maybe a spoonful of people over there believe those lies. I'm teaching, and I'm even teaching you. You're taking notes and you're learning from me. Better clean your shit up, because death is coming to those who are wicked. You may still be alive in body, but that's a death that you don't have to lose the skin. That's a physical death. I know too much. And that's the problem with people. People are too envious and jealous. If you're righteous, you don't have to be envious and jealous. There's a lot that's getting ready to happen in this world. And do y'all remember in that book that they don't teach them in the old text, it said that the other nations would cleave, hold on to, cleave to those very people that everybody cast away, talked about, ridiculed, persecuted, defamed, mocked, betrayed. Those very people are the apple of the eye of the Ancient of Days. Am I preaching? That Savior and salvation is the S-U-N. Am I preaching? Come on now. That's the Son that walks on water every time it comes out. He glides and walks on water. Am I preaching? The S-U-N is the Savior and salvation. The S-U-N, as you heard in the movie, they said the Son of God. Because there are those of us who can sun gaze and see past that glare. I am one of them. And for the first time, I did that back in 2020. When I was able to look at the sun and I saw past the sun, and what I saw blew me away. My dear brothers and sisters. They tell us you can't look at the sun. They can't look at it, whoever that person, these people may be. But some of us, we're made to be able to look at that sun and see past it. And when I saw it blew me away. It blew me away. When I was able to, it took me about maybe 7 or 8 seconds when I first looked at the sun. Something just in me said, look at the sun. And the average person can't look at it. And I looked at the sun. It was probably maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, and I looked at it. After 6 or 7 seconds, my eyes did something different. And that glare, that shining, it went away. And it was like a lens went over my eyes, and there was no glare or shine there. And I was able to see the sun, and it was a cool bluish color with a line pulsate going around like this, man. And that's all my life. I don't have to lie. Now I dare somebody else to say that. I don't have to lie. That's what I saw. And that's the sun, the S-U-N, that's a son of God. Because they tell you it's the sun, but it could be an entity, a power. That's the sun that walks on water. Because I can guarantee you, can't nobody walk. You try to walk on the water in the ocean and find your ass pushing up daisies. If a whale don't swallow you, a shark don't chump you up. That is the Savior and salvation. I'm on it. And you heard it. Did she say the Son of God? The Son of God. Did she say that? These are not my words. So you can be mad at you about your religion. If you are in religion, you are being played with, you're being fooled. And in fact, Christianity is the worship of the beast because Jesus is Lucifer. And it told you in Revelation that both of them are the morning star. And how many churches we got that are morning star Baptists? And just so you know, the people who are heads of the religion that's on TV are inverted gender cons, devils deceiving you, the people who are still stuck in these churches, worshiping Lucifer. And he told you that I would deceive the whole world by becoming an angel of light because he's a dark angel, a dark son. He said that I'm the master of deception. I have mastered deceiving you because he is a cunning God. He said he's the prince over the airwaves. Anything that's pushed mainstream is over his jurisdiction. I am on it. And you have an opportunity to clean your shit up, to come out of our religion and come into relation with what's in you, the power within you. And work out your own salvation by getting rid of the hate, the envy, the malice, and jealousy out of your heart. Am I preaching, brothers and sisters? Put a one in the chat. So these people who are here air hustling and I hustling to know it's your brother Chief Mack is on to put them one in the chat if I'm preaching. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm simply your brother. We're on assignment. And I'm not perfect. I still slip and fall, but guess what? I get back up. I don't take no for an answer. I'm a fighter. And if I have to cry, crawl, scratch my way back, I am not going to stay down. I am going to get back up and fight and break these generational curses off my bloodline. That's what I was sent here for, because I was born on 666. Mighty funny when I found out these things. I said, I was born on 666. My birthday is next month. Be ready to gift your brother Chief Mack. There was a reason why that. And I started finding out. I got master numbers in my social security. I got 33, 36, and 66 in my social. I was sent. And that's just what it is. I didn't decide to be born on that day, have those numbers. They know who I am, and who I am is what I am today. And for you religious people, 666 doesn't mean the mark of the beast. It doesn't mean that you've been lied to. It means the epitome of nine ether being with 666. It stands for 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and electrons. Okay, those are massive numbers. And 6 times 3 is 18. 18 gives you 1 plus 8 equals 9 ether beings. Am I teaching? And we are the 9 ether beings on earth. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. You see they put that stuff in the movie. I didn't make that movie. They telling you the truth in these movies. Who we are. So accept it. And if you can't accept it, then you're going to be in trouble. So the other nations, you're going to have to admit that we, so-called African Americans and Black, are the gods and goddesses, the emperors and an empress over the whole world. Because when the world first started, didn't no other nation, race of people exist but the so-called Black man and woman in America was the first land that came out of the waters of the flood, and we sprung up with it. And then all the other nations, the other land masses, started appearing. And when the other land masses started appearing, then the so-called Black men and Black women started hitting these other lands like Europe, Australia, Russia, China. All of those lands were filled with just melanated people, and melanated people are still in these land masses. They just don't put it on TV. Am I preaching and teaching? Now we're finding out right now that for those who don't know, that the Hitler that they showed on TV was just an actor, an inverted actor. And the so-called number of so-called JEWs was just a movie, fake. The real Hitler is melanated. For those of you who don't know, the real Hitler was melanated. And the swastika sign was our sign, not theirs. Just like the Confederate flag in America is our indigenous American Indian flag and not some Confederates. Am I teaching? You're going to learn today from me. When America is the highest landmass of all the land masses, why is that? Because she rose up out of the flood, after the great flood, when the ancient of days had to cut off these titans to flood the whole world. And the world cannot flood unless it's encapped inside of a dome. Am I preaching? This is why they call the last game of the year the Super Bowl. And the dome has 4 corners in the dome, and people inside to play the game. These entities know this, and I figured it out. It said the world has 4 corners, and it's a dome. That's a Super Bowl dome. You got 4 corners of these stadiums, and you got a dome, and people are inside there playing the game. That's rigged. I'm on it. And NASA does mean this deception, deceivers. That's what NASA means. And once the other land masses came out the flood, then the people from the Americas started walking to these other lands, which is the so-called melanated people. And this is why they call America Turtle Island, because a turtle is the oldest land animal known to any other man. The turtle can live longer than any other land animal. Okay, so that represents America being the oldest land, and she rose out of the flood like a turtle can rise up out of the depths of the ocean. This is why they call her Turtle Island. Am I preaching? I know this shit, man. And when the land masses rose, the so-called melanated people went to those other lands and started speaking different language. So that means that the Eiffel Tower is in a Tartarian structure. All these castles that these other so-called people are living in were castles built by the indigenous melanated men and women that look like us. That were in these castles. How do we know that? Because I got pictures and receipts showing that these people worship these people. Not me. I'm just a coach. I'm just telling. I got receipts. These castles wasn't built by. These are what you call founders. Founders, and they were brought here. And these people were put on every continent, every landmass by the black nobility. They just like they brought the people to America, what you call the Cabbage Patch children, the people that were made in incubators. They were brought not only to America, but they were put on every other continent of this planet. Okay, then? I'm done with this. The Chinese people, the original real Chinese are melanated brothers and sisters with hair kicking like masks, slant ass, and derived from the ancient melanated brother, the Asiatic black, so-called black men and women in those lands are still there today. They don't show on TV. How about that? And that huge wall, the Berlin Wall, all that is an ancient Tartarian structure that was started by the black melanated people over there, and not some kind of recessive gene Chinese. But I'm a teacher, and I'm sorry to say that the creation of these other peoples made by these gods created these other nations, race of people to hide who they are. So we will be focused on them. But they hid who they are by the creation of mankind. I'm not teaching. I'm sorry, I have to tell the truth, guys. They had to create these other people and to have these people being puppets created by the puppet masters to be a thorn in our side. So long they can create these other people and then pay them out of our state so they can prosper over us by having hotels, dry cleaners, hair salons, beauty parlors, gas stations. They bring them over here so they can be infiltration of the indigenous gods and goddesses, emperors and emperors. Am I teaching? I'm sorry. I got to tell the truth. They're brought here as infiltration. Stop eating from these people cooking for you who do not have any love for you, giving you these sugary drinks and food cooked in what you think is oil, which is really plastic. That's what crystal oil is, plastic. And you wonder why we got high blood pressure, diabetes, and they got these centers in our community because most of our people liver is all jacked up because you got plastic inside of you. They got abortion clinics in our communities. Only in our communities. So, guys, we got work to do. We got work to do, guys. We got work to do as a people, and as a whole people. We got work to do. The brother Chief Mack is on it. I'm on it. So, guess what, guys? There's something called incarnation, and how did you realize we are gods? And it said that right in your book. Ye are gods, but you shall die like men. It said it in your book. Why don't Reverend Flip Flam and Pastor Sneak Sneak talk about this? It says that ye are gods. It says that. And what is a god? It's an entity of power. That's all God means. As you saw when I showed you that movie, who the entities of power are. I'm not just coming out stuff off the top of my head. I showed you who the entities of power are. But if you don't know you are an entity of power, and you don't get rid of the hate, the envy, the malice, and jealousy out of your heart, and speak your existence, speak with power, speak that angelic language, let it roll off your tongue, and speak that you get your inheritance back, and that you have the power to destroy this beast system. This is why we got to come together, brothers and sisters. For those of you who are here on my post and have been sent by the enemy, clean your shit up. I ain't that person who they tried to say I was. You've been lied to, and they're going to be discovered. I know too much to be a liar, and I would not lie because a liar is a murderer. Clean your shit up so that you can become that entity of power and clean this world up. Because there's so much happening behind the scenes. We got entities in skin suits that are men in blue, that are in these hospitals, that are in these prison systems, that are in these court systems, robbing the people from your estate, your spiritual, physical estate. And we don't have time for those damn foolishness, man. While you're running your mouth about this man and that woman, you should be running your mouth about this beast system. But you are a punk because you don't have the ability and you're too fearful to put your mouth in this beast system. All you can do is talk about your own brother and sister because you don't have the heart to talk about this beast system. You are a fool and an imbecile when you should be attacking this beast system. And speaking of this beast system, to be worried about the next man and woman, what they're doing. You're a coward, is what you are. And people are going to discover the coward and who you are. Because all you can do is run and make up some hocus pocus lies, deceit, deception on the person and incriminating your damn self because you are a punk. That's what punks do. And I haven't even said nobody's name because I'm wiser than that. But a hit dog, a holler. And you can go there and watch they make up something about this me or somebody else, just somebody thin air about these fake ass receipts. When you should be worried about your damn self and this beast system like I'm doing. We got work to do, brothers and sisters. We got work to do. This world is wicked to the core. And we have an opportunity to turn this hell into a heaven because ain't no hell a heaven you're going to. They done lied to you religious folks and told you and made you feel like it was okay to experience low vibrational living, to experience robbing Peter to pay Paul, to be okay with living just above broke. So that you would know that you are the gods and goddesses, the emperors and the emperors, that they're stealing from your state. That you're supposed to have those many mansions and not some damn mansion in the so-called afterlife. And how are you going to live in a mansion with a supernatural body that don't need to be warehoused inside a body from the elements, man? You've been lied to and fooled. How is a supernatural body going to burn up in a lake of fire when it's greater than fire itself? It's your brother Chief preaching. How are you going to burn up in the fire when this body here goes back to the earth and can turn into a tree? And you gain that celestial body that don't need air, it don't need to breathe, it don't need water, it don't need any food. And a body like that can travel to wherever it wants to go because it's not bounded by food, water, and air. Am I preaching? This body can only live in this enclosed prison planet. To need food, to need air and water is bound us in this prison system. It's a prison planet. I'm a preacher. So that's why it's my last go round in this ghetto. And I'm going to turn this ghetto into my heaven on earth. I don't want to come back. Because I'm doing the works right now. And the celestial family, see, this is my last go round in this prison planet. And with the time remaining, I'm going to turn it into my heaven on earth and being able to help those who are deserving of help, the righteous. I am going to help, and many of you are going to help. You're righteous, and this is your last go around. Why is that? Because you're listening to a brother like me, and you're cleaning your shit up. You're not the victim. You became the victor over being the victim, and you're not blaming nobody else. You have tunnel vision. And let me tell you how important it is to clean your shit up and to operate in trust. Many of our family members, brothers and sisters, are going to be reincarnated back into this hell. Can you tell me how could you ensure that your family that's incarnated in this system, how can you ensure that they're protected and that they're not born into this when they come back and this hell. How could you protect it? Put that in the comments if you know how. How can you protect, even if you have to come back, there's a way that you can protect yourself if you have to be incarnated back in this hell. Are you ready for me to tell you? Put it one in the chat if you want me to tell you. This is a very important live, and internalize it and get it. How can you protect even yourself if you have to come back down here, and if your family had to be incarnated back in this? You want me to tell you how you can do that? And this is a revelation. I haven't heard nobody say that. It just hit me. There you go. Big Swift, because you've been listening to me, brother. You're smart, man, because you've been listening to me. And trust. Let me tell you how powerful trust is. And this is why, as long as they've been in trust for hundreds of years, in the past 3-4 years, we're just not getting it. We're just not getting it. The so-called black people and other people, there are so many people that are waking up to get a trust. A trust is powerful. Why is that? Because when you establish a trust, it starts a brand new identity. And that trust stays alive. Even if the person who is the grantor and trustee over that trust, if that person transition, guess what? That trust is you still alive. And whoever you chose in that trust to be the successor trustee and to be the beneficiaries of that trust are under protection. Are you with me? Of that trust. Even though you transition, that trust is you still alive to ensure that the people who mean something to you are protected. Are you with me? And this is why people who establish trust typically are wealthy people. So that when the people you put in that trust as beneficiary, you teach them how to operate in trust so they can continue to regurgitate and rebuild trust to make sure that the family members that are incarnated back in this system are operating in trust to make sure that any amount of wealth within that trust, you put down a percentage of that person getting whatever's in that trust that probate courts cannot get. Am I preaching, brothers? Are you with me? So this is why having a trust is very important, and I've helped hundreds of people obtain the trust and get their account open at the bank. The trust is just that important that everybody should have their own trust once they come of age. Should have a trust. Why? Because you're coming out of using that all caps name and that number, that beast number that's stealing from your state. The trust, the foreign EIN number, the 98 number, is your spirit, and put that with that trust, and you become resurrected, a new man and a new woman out of the waters and been docked on land. Am I preaching? So this is why if you need a trust, you should be calling your brother. Put my email, unityinmotion45@yahoo.com. unityinmotion45@yahoo.com. Put that in my comment, brother Big Swift or brother Larry, Shay. Put that in the comments. This is why you should, and this is why a trust costs so much money by an attorney, because they expected those of us who got trust, you were supposed to know that it's starting a new identity. You were supposed to know that this is how you protect probate courts for stealing your inheritance, from stealing the principal in the account. And the principal in the account is not for us to spend, but for us to leverage the principal and live off the principle, and the principle is there for our loved ones that's going to be incarnated back into this hell to make sure that they don't born into hell, but born into a heaven because they have a principle there that's for them. And that's how this shit goes. Are you with me? Are you with me? So this is why a trust is important. And if you hadn't invested in any foreign currency, whether it's gold and silver, for those of you who can afford gold and silver, but foreign currency is the cheapest way to go about it, you need to be going to banknoteworld.com. Baba Bolton, put in, if somebody can put all the different other companies that sell foreign currency, you should be getting some foreign currency. And I've heard there are some people out there that have been telling people that it's a scam or don't get no foreign currency. Those are either agents or plumb idiots and fools. And most of these people probably even got foreign currency themselves, but simply fix their mouths up to say that it's not important or don't get any foreign currency. You're going to pay for that. Get you some foreign currency. Simply $500 can make you you'll be worth over $20 million easy. Over $30 million for just $500. How is that so? You can get two of the $100 trillion ZIM notes. The $100 trillion Zimbabwe notes. Okay then? And that can equate to just those at the least amount can be $30 million because those are bonds. I'm putting you on. I want you to live your heaven on earth and to break these generational curses and to be that savior and salvation to your family. Are you with me? Because ain't no savior coming to get you out of nothing. And operate with love, honor, and respect. Get rid of the hate, the envy, the malice, and the jealousy out of your heart and live your most amazing life the remaining years you have and live as long as you can live. Now that they have the med beds, for those of you who don't know, the med beds, looking to knock off 30 years off your life. This is ancient technology that had always been here. Yes, I know you don't know because what you've been knowing up to this point is all a figment of your imagination, and it have all been a lie. It's all been a lie. This is the most truth you've heard thus far. Get some foreign currency. Get your trust from me. Because something is about to happen on earth that only 1% of the people have prepared themselves for. And those of you that have already prepared yourself and got some foreign currency, put ones in the chat. To let the people know who know. Put some ones in the chat. Put some ones in the chat. Those of you who even got trust from me, put ones in the chat. If you got a trust from me. And if got your trust, got your foreign EI number, put ones in the chat. See, these are the generational curse breakers in their family. The people you see putting on, these are the people who are not playing. These are the people who have found the masterpiece in them. These are the people who ain't worried about what the next man and woman are doing and focusing on that man and woman in the mirror. These are the people here. Are you one of these people? Are you one? And if you're not, you need to be trying your damnedest to do it. Become one of these 1%ers. Because there is a miracle getting ready to happen in the next month and a half. A miracle is getting ready to happen where we, the people that got ones in this chat, are going to move over into the private and live our most amazing life. And live as long as we can through the med beds, the hyperbaric oxygen chambers, the EE system, NAD technology. People are going to be living longer. And this is something that had always been going on, guys. It's just that we are being opened up. This is nothing new. Ain't nothing new underneath the sun. We have just been opened up to people in the private had already been opened up to. Am I preaching? The mad bass is nothing new. This technology has been around. Hell, the celebrities been using the mad bass. They act like they kill them off for the public. They don't care. They just simply retire their character so that Meek Mills is Martin Luther King new character. Okay then? So that Kevin Gates is Muhammad Ali's new character. Am I preaching? Okay? They put them in the man best, knock off 30 years, and these are actors and inverted demigods in skin suits, deceiving the masses to keep you low in vibration, hoping that you can reincarnate back in him so they can prosper over your physical and spiritual estate. Am I preaching? Yes, I know you've been lied to. And I know what I'm saying seems impossible. Okay then? I know. It seems impossible. But this is the most truth that you're going to hear. This is hell. Are you ready to be that saving salvation and release yourself and your family out of this hell? And you can't do that lying on people, having hate, envy, malice, and jealousy in your heart. Because everything you do not get away with it. Get your trust. Protect your inheritance for your family members that's going to be incarnated back in trust. The trust, the money in the trust, the principle is not for you to spend. It's for you to draw interest off of, like getting a whole life insurance and becoming a bank. I'm thorough with this shit and I am ready. I'm ready to be a billionaire, a zillionaire. I'm ready. And I can handle it. Okay, I can handle it. Why? Because I done did the shadow work. And if anybody's saying it ain't about money, it ain't about this, then damn, quit your damn job and go out there and be homeless and go out there with the squirrels, chipmunks, and deers and eat acorns and grass off the damn tree and drink the nasty water in the lakes. Okay, then, since money don't mean shit, to be quiet. It's the root of all evil for wicked people, but it answers all deeds for the righteous. Am I preaching? Oh my, money ain't all that ain't okay, but then quit your damn job. Okay, quit your damn job. Stop buying food. Stop buying clothes. Go out there in the wilderness. Get some rocks and some leaves and build your house. And so go out there and shit shave and shower out there in the forest and be fighting deers and squirrels for their peanuts and nuts. Since money don't mean shit. Okay then? I can guarantee you that the food you eating come from fiat currency until shit switch over. So cut it out. Cut it out. And you should know that America was a full empire before anybody came here. We had indigenous money with our pictures on it. It was a full empire. We used gold, silver, and we had currency that had our pictures on it. We had coins that had our picture on it. We had buildings and statues that had us on it. Okay, then America was a full empire. We had a thriving government before the Moors, the MOOR, came against the MWRS. I am teaching and I'm laced with it. So yes, you need money. Yes. I hope you guys got the information that you need that was necessary, brothers and sisters, for me. If you enjoyed the podcast today, guys, put a one in the chat. If you enjoyed, put a one in the chat, brothers and sisters. I had to go live and teach, man. And this is why I say glory, hallelujah. And I don't say that in no religious fashion. I say glory, hallelujah. Because our inheritance is on its way, brothers and sisters. There's a miracle getting ready to happen, brothers and sisters. And those of you who got some foreign currency, I'm proud of you. I want the best for you. You deserve the best. Because we had a beat system that has been stolen from us, and I want that to end in 2026. 2026 is a year of total bliss and overflow for you, the righteous people. For those of you who are deserving of it, 2026 is the year of tremendous overflow, brothers and sisters. I'm proud of you. I love you. Proud of you, man. There have been so many people that have doubted us, that didn't believe in us, that talked about us, that betrayed us, chose somebody else over you, said you were crazy, made you feel less than a god and goddesses, the emperor and empress, and the righteous person that you are. And I'm here to tell you that these people are going to feel like imbeciles. In the next 2 months, a miracle will have been happening, and you're going to live your most amazing life, man. And you're going to be connected to the right people, brothers and sisters. Get you some foreign currency. If you don't have any, you need to get some. For those of you who want a consultation with me, though I'm not a financial advisor or an attorney, but I'm a pretty smart guy. You talk to me, I can help you making an executive decision at the 11th hour before this shit switches. And there have been people who have had consultation with me and talked to me that are in good hands and are really, really happy because they have been directed on moves to make. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you guys. So reach out to me if you don't have a trust, because you cannot move your foreign currency into a regular account. It has to be a trust account. And I can't promise you guys that I am going to be around when this thing hits. When the RV happens, with the RV, for those of you who don't know, stands for revaluation of all world currencies over the U.S. dollar, because the U.S. corporation has dissolved. It is not in existence anymore. The United States is not a country; it's a bankrupt corporation. It has had a 20, almost 60-year run over here in America. It is gone. The big bad wolf, which is gone. And so that means that we're going to come out with a new rainbow back currency. They already got the Trump currency, what says the federal, the Treasury on it. It said the Treasury. So these are the new rainbow back notes that we're going to be utilizing right now. Not the US dollar anymore. So if you get any foreign currency and you have it, and they hit that switch, and you take it to the bank, you are going to become an instant millionaire, because the banks are going to buy it from you, send it to the Treasury, and the Treasury is going to release that quantum financial account open, that trust account, to hit your trust. So you have to have a trust for that trust estate to be placed in your trust. You have to have it. The banks will be trying to sell trust, but you don't want a trust from the bank because it's known as a skeleton trust. So you can, whether you know somebody else that can do a trust for you, or you can get your trust done with me, and I'm with you from start to finish to help ensure that you get your trust open at the bank. For those of you who have gotten your trust open at the bank, put ones in the chat. Now, if did your trust, you got your trust open at the bank. If you got your trust open at the bank, put them one in the chat. And people call me up, they received their foreign EIN number, they're ready to go to the trust. If you got, oh, look at you guys showing off, man. Who would have ever thought that we got so-called the unknown people, regular people, have got trust accounts at the bank? Look at that, guys. Y'all powerful, man. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And this is how we know that the world is changing. This is how we know that the world is changing, because the rabbits got the bullets to go with the gun right now. I'm proud of you guys. You can reach me at unityinmotion45@yahoo.com. And I will answer your email, be expected to pay a $75 consultation fee. And trust me, when you talk to me on the phone, you're gonna be pleased. Help me help you by breaking the generational curses off your bloodline. Help me help you, brothers and sisters. Help me help you. So I'm going to sign out, brothers and sisters. I hope that you got the information, that you internalized the information that I've given you, and to know that the world is changing so fast. And you want to be on the plus side of that. If you're on the plus side of that, you'll know what moves that you need to make. You can listen to Dr. Ken Pruitt, give great information. Maria Nicole, myself, and get the financial forecast and spiritual forecast and information that you need to be on the plus side of this new realm and world that we're about to experience, guys. I hope to see you guys on the other side. I'm simply your brother, Chief Mack. I'm gonna get this gym and try to work out before they close, man. This is your brother, Chief Mack. I bring to you nothing but the truth. That's your true identity, history, heritage, and culture. You guys take care.
Welcome to the Chief Man Show. He's walking in the light, teaching truth and wisdom, helping people see what's right. Breaking chains of bondage from the beast system's hold. Setting up your trust fund, protecting all your gold. He says it's a great time to be alive. Well, Stem cell patches healing, helping bodies thrive. Watch what you're consuming. Be careful what goes in. The battle's all around us. Let the transformation begin. Welcome to the Chief Mack Show. Another leader of the soul tribe. He will show us the pathway. By teaching you how to strive, he will help you with your mind, body, and finances. Freedom is the key. If you're willing to open up your mind and soul, he'll help you break free. He's talking about the transfer, the wealth that's coming through. But if you know your heart ain't right, it won't stay with you. Help your fellow brother, let your spirit lead the way. Or you lose it all as quickly as it came to you that day. Couldn't even fight it, spring plain to see. He opens up his heart and sets the captives free. A spiritual warrior with a mission and a plan. Living the soul tribe, every woman and every man. Welcome to the Chief Man, another leader of the soul tribe. He will show us the pathway. By teaching you how to strive, he will help you with your mind, body, and finances. Soul freedom is the key. If you're willing to open up your mind and soul, he'll help you break free. Trust and healing body, mind, and soul. Breaking free from systems that were meant to take control. Compassion is his compass. Love is his decree. It's a great time to be alive. Finally see clearly the Chief Mack Show. Another lead in the soul tribe. Yeah. Showing us the pathway. Teaching us to rise. Let's get your heart right with the Father. Let your light shine through. The transformation's coming. And it starts with me and you. It's a great time to be alive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chief Mack in the soul tribe. Helping those who help us show. Please welcome to the Chief Mack Show. Please welcome to the Chief Mack Show. It's a great time to be alive.